Before horror movies, there were written/spoken horror narratives or fables handed down from one generation to the next. Origins of horror could be traced to the beginning of narrative itself, such as Babylon Epic of Gilgamesh, circa 2000 BC, or Homer's Odyssey, circa 800 BC. Both involve a variety of contests with monsters and mortals with a strong overworldly flavour, where man is a tool of gods. The tragical history of Dr. Faustus, 1590, along with Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's two-part poem Faust from 1808 to 1833, also proved fertile ground for filmmakers from the late 19th century onward, showing the tale of a man who sells his soul to Satan in return for illimitable wisdom and power, who ends up disappointed by the transaction. The first horror novel was written by Horace Walpole and was called The Castle of Otranto in 1764. And the first horror movie ever made was called The House of Devil in 1896 and was directed by George Méliès. Horror was said to be reborn in the 1930s as sound in the cinemas changed. These new horror films included Frankenstein in 1931 and Dracula equally in 1931. Frankenstein was one of the first examples of a horror hybridization with elements of science fiction, and Dracula changed the image of vampire representation in films, as the film presented a highly sophisticated version of Dracula compared to earlier works such as The Vampire in 1922.